Hi guys, my name is Evelyn Kim, and for today's video, we'll be going over Wylock's 3rd grade math curriculum. Topics we'll be going to discuss in today's video include place value, even and odd numbers, multiplication, and word problems. Let's get started with our first topic, place value. The directions ask us, what is the underlying place value? Well, if we're given the number 100, we know that the 0 all the way on the right side of the number is our ones place. The number in the middle represents our tens place, and last but not least, the number all the way on the left, our 1 value, represents our hundreds place. Therefore, let's try solving the rest of the given problems. Number 1, they underline the value 5 and 52. Well, we know that 2 represents our ones place, so that means the 5 and 52 represents our tens place. Number 2, 23. Well, we know that the 2 in 23 represents the tens place because there's 2 tens in 20. And the underlined 3 represents our ones place because 3 in 23 is our ones value. Number 3, they underline the number 6 in 603. Well, we know that the number 3 represents our ones value because 3 is our ones. The 0 in 603 represents our tens value. And last but not least, the 6 in 603 should represent our hundreds value. Because 600 and 663 represents our hundreds. Number 7, 897. We know that the 7, all the way on the left, represents our ones value. Because the value of 7 in 807 just equals 7. The underlined 9 should represent our tens value because 897, 90 is 9 tens, therefore it should represent our tens value. Number 8, 768. The 8 in 768 represents our ones value because 8 is just 8. The 6 in 768 represents our tens value because 760, the 60 in 768 represents our tens value because 60 is tens, 6 tens. Last but not least, the 7 in 768 represents our hundreds value because there are a total of 700s. Therefore, 700 in 768 represents our hundreds value. Last but not least, number 9, the value all the way on the right always represents our ones value, which is 3, because 3 in 543 just represents 3. Therefore, the underlined 3 represents our ones value. Our second topic is even and odd numbers, and it's asking us to identify which numbers are even and which numbers are odd. First, before we get started, let's identify our even and odd numbers. Our even numbers should be 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And our odd numbers should be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Taking this into consideration, let's try solving the problems below. Number 1, 4. We know that 4 is automatically even because it's part of our evens place, and it's divisible by 2 because 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Therefore, 4 is even. Number 2, 9. 9 is automatically odd because it's part of our odds list. Moreover, 9 is not divisible by 2 because odd numbers are not divisible by 2. Therefore, 9 is odd. Number 3, 520. When we're given big numbers like this, we look at the ones value to determine whether or not our number is even or odd as a whole. 520 has the ones value of 0, and 0 is our even number. Moreover, 0 and 520 is divisible by 2. Therefore, 520 is even. Last but not least, number 12, 2,842. Our ones value is 2, and 2 is part of our evens list. Moreover, 2 and 2,842 are both divisible by 2. Therefore, 2,842 is an even number. Our third topic is multiplication, and it's asking us to multiply the numbers below. Number 1, we're given the equation 8 times 5. 8 times 5 can also be referred as 8 groups of 5. Let's draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We now have a total of 8 groups of 5 circles. Now let's add it all together to find our final answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 8 groups of 5 equals 40. Therefore, 8 times 5 also equals 40 as well. Number 11, 7 times 2. 7 times 2 can also be referred as 7 groups of 2. Let's draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We now have a total of 7 groups of 2 circles. Now let's add it all together to find our final answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 groups of 2 equals 14. Therefore, 7 times 2, which is the same thing as 7 groups of 2, should also equal 14 as well. Last topic is word problems, and it's asking us to solve the problems below. Number 1, Kelly put 397 bales of hay in one barn. There are still 186 bales of hay in the field. How many more bales of hay are there in the barn than in the field? Well, Kelly put 397 bales in one barn, and there's 186 bales in the field, and it's asking us how many more bales are there in the barn than in the field. The key words how many more, and then it's asking us to compare and subtract. Therefore, we need to subtract 397 minus 186 to find how many more bales are there in the barn than in the field. Let's subtract. 397 minus 186. 7 minus 6 equals 1. 9 minus 8 also equals 1. And 3 minus 1 equals 2. Therefore, there are a total of 211 more bales than in the barn than in the field. Number 2, there are about 260 kinds of horses in the world. What is the value of the digit 2 in number 260? This is a problem we have done before, and it's asking us to identify what the place value of 2 in 260 represents. Well, we know that 0 represents our 1's value because 0 in 260 is simply just 0. The 6 in 260 represents our 10's values because 60 is 6 tens. Last but not least, 2 in 260 represents our 100's value because 200 in 260 is 2 hundredths. Therefore, 200 or the 2 value in 260 represents our hundredths. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.